Welcome to this tutorial on detecting technical writing flows. Technical flows normally arise because of lack of familiarity of item writers with these flows. This tutorial will familiarize you with these types of flows and how to go around them. So let's get started. Technical writing flows fall into two broad categories. Flows that tend to add unnecessary complexity and difficulty that is not related to the level of exam and tends to confuse or trick examinees are known as the irrelevant difficulty flows. Flows that lead test-wise examinees to the correct answer without having the knowledge or the background material known as test-wiseness flows. Now let's take examples on test-wise flows. Number 1. Grammatical cueing. In this example, you will notice that options A, B, C, and D flow naturally from the lead-in. They grammatically complete the sentence, while option E doesn't. Also, the question asks for method of transmission of HIV, which all options are except for E, which will make it easy out. So always make sure to have some sort of a matched content. Number 2. Logical cluing. In this example, you will notice that A and B form a pair of opposites. Test-wise examinee know that whenever there is a pair, one of them could be the answer. To fix this, create another pair for C and D or eliminate the pair by replacing B with another property like side effects or contraindication, etc. Absolute. In this example, option C stands out as the best guess for the uninformed examinee due to its absolute free language. Avoid absolute terms because nothing is absolute in medicine, and never say never whether it's to a patient or whether to any aspect of life. Number 4. Clanging. Clanging is when a word in a stem is repeated in the correct answer, as you can see in the option provided. Clanging can easily lead uninformed examinee to the correct answer within no time. Let's take another example. Now it's your turn to find out where the clanging is. Yes, the words collaborative and collaboration can simply form a clue. A good tip would be always avoid clanging. Number 5. Detailed correct answer. In this example, the correct answer is the longest option in terms of the amount of detail provided, which is C. This tends to happen because item writers pay particular attention to the correct answer to make sure that it's completely correct. However, long options attract rather than distract. Now let's look at the flows that add unnecessary complexity, the irrelevant difficulty flows. Number 1. Use of acronyms. As seen in the supplied example, several terms are written as shortcuts. Acronyms used may be well known to you, but not necessarily to the examinee. Adding acronyms may consume unnecessary effort from examinees to try and guess what the full term of it is. Number 2, wordy stem. Take a moment to look at the provided example and try to notice the amount of the unnecessary details and emotions that are included. This tends to happen because many of us would like to be very realistic, so we create a narrative to provide context. The problem with this strategy is that irrelevant information and extra reading time will be required. Try to resist the temptation to tell a story or to teach a point at the items. To improve this kind of items, chop off the unnecessary details. Number 3, long confusing options. In this example, options, as you can see, are too wordy and redundant. They can certainly be reduced. The problem with this is that it takes time and effort from examinees to read. It also can be very intimidating for the examinees to look at from a first glance. Always make sure to have short, concise, and focused options. Number 4, vague frequency terms. The use of frequency terms adds ambiguity to the options because there is no solid agreed upon concept. Therefore, avoid the use of frequency terms. We never know how frequent is frequently and is usually more often than frequently. Number 5, overlapping options. All options contain an element in common with the option below. This tends to confuse the examinee and have them wonder which time frame is the correct one. Please try to remember that we are not interested in tricking or confusing the examinees. To sum up, we've talked about two types of technical writing flows to avoid: the irrelevant difficulty and the test wiseness flows. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.